What's up, guys? Welcome back to a new video. In yesterday's video, we went through my rod and reel arsenal. Today's gonna be a little similar. We're gonna go through all of my favorite lures to use right now and what I have in my tackle boxes and stuff to help you guys out, help you guys pick up some new lures and let you know what's working right now. And then I also have a new fly rod that I'm gonna unbox for you guys. And yeah, so let's get right into the video. All right, so how this video is gonna work, I'm gonna break it up into a few different sections. We've got the swim bait section, bucktail section, vertical jigging section. So I'm gonna show a different style of bait at a time, and then get close-ups on each lure and give some details on the lures. So first we're gonna start out with swim baits. So I'm gonna get a close-up on these swim baits real quick. First type of swim bait here, these are the no live bait needed paddle tail swim baits. This is the 5-inch version. These will be more for your big snook, catching kingfish, Spanish mackerel, stuff like that, like bigger stuff, big tarpon. So yeah, this is the 5-inch model. This is the mud minnow colorway. I believe this is like a mullet color. So you can go pick these up at nolivebaitneeded.com. These are the best swim baits on the market. They have a twist lock jig head. You can't pick it up on the camera, but that keeps this swim bait. So if you catch a fish, your swim bait's not gone. It's gonna stay on there with that twist lock, which is a really neat factor into these swim baits. So that was the 5-inch model. Let's get into this tackle box and show you some smaller models of those. So this is gonna be your 3-inch NLBN. This is more what you'll use for any time of day, anything. You can see the size difference is pretty different. It's a good bait for, you know, your largemouth bass, snook, pretty much anything will hit these. So that's the all white color. They also do like some limited batch stuff. So I have like this limited color, stuff like that. So definitely go pick these up on nolivebaitneeded.com. All right, so now I'm gonna go over some other neat swim baits. Right here is an eel lure. So this is like an eel presentation. I would say it shows more of like a ladyfish than anything. So this is probably a 10-inch bait here, maybe a foot long bait. This is gonna be for your big tarpon, anything that's chasing those big ladyfish. So if I'm fishing a dock light, see some big Goliath grouper, tarpon, snook, and they're chasing those ladyfish, I'll probably throw this at them on like a bigger setup. So that's a pretty cool looking swim bait right there. I also do have, these are one of my favorite swim baits. So this bait is made by Live Target, a very famous, popular brand. This is like this is the minnow action, probably a 4-inch bait. You can get these at your Ace Hardware, your Bass Pro fishing stores. That's a good in between from the 5-inch to a 3-inch swim bait. Moving on. Now these are DOA shrimp. So this is like a shrimp presentation. These come in all different colors. These are from DOA. I'll get a close-up on these right now. So these are those DOA shrimps. I'll get a close-up. I'll take a few of these different colors out, get a close-up on these. These are great lures. So these are a really realistic bait for any snook or any snapper and stuff. You can just, the way to just jig these is you want them to really just float in the water like a shrimp presentation. So I'll just get little twitches, let these just float down, and that's gonna be a really good presentation for those. All right, so that's all the cool swim baits that I have. Let's move on to a different style of fishing. Now, over the past year, vertical jigging, slow pitch jigging has become super popular, and I've got into it recently. So I'm gonna break out some of my vertical jigs, slow pitch jigs, and show you what that's all about. So here's my vertical jig box. Let's get into it. So to kind of give you some background on what vertical jigging is. So this is like your slow pitch vertical jigging setup. So a vertical jig, I'll show you a presentation of a vertical jig. So this is like your standard vertical jig. So these, if you're in like 80 foot of water, you drop these down to the bottom, you're just jigging it up, and those big grouper and stuff will hit these like it's a live bait. So it's became super popular over the past year. So I have like these big vertical jigs, which are pretty cool looking. You got some smaller presentations, some smaller ones. So these are really cool, and I'll tie these onto my my Avid SX. So it's pretty cool to do some vertical jigging here and there when you're offshore. All right, so I've laid out some bucktail jigs now. This has been one of my favorite ways to catch fish in schools and stuff. If you see some fish popping bait on the surface, Spanish mackerel and stuff, these feather jigs, bucktail jigs, get the job done super well. Cheap prices on these. You can get custom ones, or you can just pretty much any fishing company sells these. But yeah, these are pretty cool. You got white, you got all different colors to represent any bait on the surface. So this is one of these Z-Man twitch baits that I've got into recently. Super good bait. This one's still in the package, but you're just twitching this bait, and it's a really good bait. Some more stuff like this. I'll get into some top water fishing, like these plugs and stuff. These big poppers and stuff. Really cool to fish on the top of the surface of the water. All right, so that's gonna do it for the lure segment. Let's put some of these lures away, and it's time to unbox this this fly rod. So I've never really got into the fly fishing. My brother's into it a little bit, but I recently picked up this Bull Bay Sniper F1 fish fly rod. So I decided I'll unbox it for you guys, see what it's about. I don't know much about fly fishing. Been looking into it the past few months. Let's unbox this thing and see what it looks like. So this is like a little travel case that you have. So it's in different parts. So we're gonna take these out. So this is like the butt of the rod here. So just for some context, I believe this is a $200 fly rod, so it's definitely up there. To start off, I wouldn't suggest going big, but I won this in a raffle, so it's pretty sweet. So this is the butt of the rod. I'm gonna put the rest of the parts together and show you guys. All right, so I just put this fly rod together. This thing has a really sweet design. Flimsy, so you can feel those bites, but this thing is just sick. So it's a Sniper F1. This thing's pretty sweet if you're looking for a fly rod to pick up. All right, so that's gonna do it for today's video. I hope this helped some of you guys out. Feel free to comment down below. If I can help with anything, just comment down below any questions for any of this stuff. I can provide links for any of these lures and stuff, and the fly rod, of course. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this helped some of you guys out. So thank you. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.